Welcome to PAM Eastcoast LA. I'm your host, Pamela, and today I have the wonderful rapper, Jerome Pawl. Jerome, thank you so much for joining me, babe. I mean, I really
Thank
do
you so much for having me.
Oh, honey, you have no idea how much I appreciate you. Like, I appreciate everybody. And so you have no idea. Like, thank you so much for taking the time out. I know you're busy. I know you're going to be going on tour soon. I know you're going to get married because I know you just proposed to your girlfriend. Right?
Yup.
You're a busy man. So tell me, Paul, Jerome Pawl, it's spelled Pawl. That's the first time I've ever seen it like that.
Yeah, it's there's not really a reason for the W. It's just I'm not gonna lie.
There's yeah, it's just a different way, all right? Get it together.
Yeah, because Paul isn't actually like my name at all.
Oh, well, tell me more, babe.
Yeah, so my name is Jeremy. My last name is Phelan.
Okay.
Some people call me Jerome. I adopted Jerome. My stage name used to be Jer. It was just Jer. But there's a bunch of people with the same name. So I ended up going with Jerome Pawl because Jerome is what like a lot of people call me. And then Paul, this is like kind of funny, but back in high school, like all my friends used to call me Paul because have you ever seen the movie Paul?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's like an alien movie, right?
Uh-huh.
So when my hair is short, like my head is shaped kind of weird, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like I kind of got a little bit of a dome going on. So they used to call me Paul, you know what I'm saying? And like at first I hated that shit. Like I hated it so much. And then I adopted it. My Facebook name was Paul. So like I've already been getting called Paul for like 15 years for real. So I just changed my name to Jerome Pawl. It's dope. The rest is history.
Oh my God, babe. You know what I love that you're a sport about it, actually.
It is what it is, you know what I'm saying?
What? That is awesome. But before we continue talking, let's talk about grape drink, purple drink. Okay, because I saw you sipping. So what are we drinking?
All right, so my drink of choice is actually tequila and Sprite. But today I'm drinking tequila and lemonade.
You're such a stupid hooker. I mean, honest to God. You have to tell me these things before we get
stupid hooker.
Yes, you're such a stupid hooker. This is what you told me to bring. That's it.
I'm sorry.
You wait right. Tequila and lemonade. Now, folks, we have tequila and lemonade. Here we go. Yasu, my friend. This means cheers in Greek. Yasu, yasas, everyone. If you have a grape drink, purple drink in your hand. And everybody, just know you can never go wrong with lemonade. I'm not a naturally tequila person, but as you see, I always carry a pretty good quality of tequila. And with lemonade, it's delicious. And that's all I have to say. So Yasu, my friend, and Yasas, everyone. This is very good.
It is.
Let's talk about your beginning. How did you start?
So I started like, I've always kind of loved music. I played the drums when I was younger, you know, and when I was in high school, we used to all like freestyle and stuff at the tables. But I never made a song until college. I made my first song like 5 years ago. So I've been like officially making music for about 5 years. I made my first song with like a couple friends just in this little like ghetto apartment and shit. And I was like, it was kind of dope, you know, and like listening to it now, though, I'm like, oh, like I came a long way, you know, like it wasn't that great, but I realized I really liked it, you know, so I started writing all the time and kind of like releasing music. Like that's why my catalog is like really long because when I first started, I just released a lot of music and now I just leave it there so people can see like where I came from to like where my music is now. But at first I kind of thought it was a hobby. I had to get out of my own way. You feel me? Because I used to tell people it's a hobby. And like, I feel like that was just me shielding myself from like, if the shit doesn't work out, it was just a hobby, you know what I'm saying? And
you didn't take it serious.
And after about 3 years, especially once I moved out here and everything, like, I don't know, a lot of things happened and I had some like things in life that were scary, you know what I'm saying? Some like changing things. And I just realized that like this is really what I love to do. And I think I'm pretty good at it, you know, and there's not really anyone who can tell me that I can't. And there's also like, I'll never know if I don't try. So I decided to go like 100% like a year and a half, 2 years ago. And since then I haven't like looked back, and
That's
luckily
great.
just I've been, a lot of little blessings have been coming my way, and I'm just trying to
Yeah,
enjoy
I
the
love your
journey.
music.
Thank you.
It's
I
a
appreciate it.
very, very LA vibe, I will say.
You think so?
I feel like it's very West Coast. I've lived West and East and Midwest, and I don't know how that's how it makes me feel. I feel like I'm definitely on the West Coast. Who does it remind me of? I don't know. You're in a genre of, I'm not gonna say like Busta Rhymes, but it's like, it's fast, it's smooth, and it's got like that West Coast beat. I don't know how to explain it. I don't know. That's how it makes me feel. Like, you don't feel like you have an LA vibe or a California vibe?
See, I don't know, because I actually have people tell me different things all the time. Like
Okay.
someone told me they asked me if I was from Detroit, and I was like, no, I've never even been to Detroit, you know. But
I can
think
see Detroit. I see Detroit. Yep. I also see yep. I feel that.
that's crazy. See, I think that I have like most of my roots come from New Jersey, so like East Coast, New York, East Coast.
Let's see the little one. I like to see her baby. Let me see her. Let me see her. Okay, because she wants to obviously be in the show. So let me tell you something about that dog. Okay,
It's
I had a
my
stuffed
man.
animal when I was a kid for years. That was my dog right there. Do you
Yeah,
understand? She's adorable.
he's
What's
my
her name?
guy. His name's Brody.
Oh, it's Guy. It's a girl. It's a guy.
Yeah.
Brody.
Brody.
Oh my God.
I call him bro for short. So I'll be like, bro, come here.
Bro, I got it. Brody.
He's 6.5 pounds.
So
Yeah.
tell me about your album.
So the EP is I think it's my best work to date. It's actually it's pretty personal. There's a lot of songs that talk about my life and about like my dad and my upbringing and stuff. But then there's also a couple cocky songs on there, like Fresh Prince. I just kind of I wanted to like I wanted to show my talent as to rapping and spitting bars, you know, because that's really like my favorite part about rapping is like the old school rapping. But I also wanted to show people that like my music can easily fit in with music nowadays in the times, because a lot of people used to say for my older music that like, oh, like you only get on old school beats and like your music is played out, and like now it's all auto tune and all this stuff, and like you got to sing a little bit, you know. So I made sure like the whole album had a lot of melodic characteristics to it, and I sang on the album, and I'm really proud of it, you know, because I think that it really shows that like I'm a little more versatile than people think, and I can make music that can last. It's not stupid shit, you know, that doesn't.
Right.
So like I think that my music has substance. You know
No,
what
I
I'm saying?
love your music. I absolutely loved it. And I did see the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. It was like a video.
Yeah.
You were like wearing like colors. It very much reminded me of like maybe you being in Philly or something with the show.
Yeah.
The old school, the
That would have been sick.
original.
I was trying to get that song pitched for you know, the new Fresh Prince show.
So I know about it, but I have not seen it.
Oh yeah, no, I
But
haven't
I
seen
do
it.
know about it, yes.
Yeah, I haven't seen it either. But I was trying to get my song like
On the
pitched for
show?
being on the show, but that process was long and confusing, and it was the first time I tried that process. So maybe next time, the next show I try will work, but we struck out, but it's all good.
So now that you've been doing it for 5 years, what platforms do you use to promote yourself? Because I know you get on stage. Like I said, I follow you. I've seen your stuff. And so what do you use to get your name out there?
So my name is just Jerome Pawl, at Jerome Pawl, on pretty much every social media. So TikTok, Twitter, Instagram. I have a Facebook. And then I also I got like Snapchat, and I have a YouTube, and I have Instagram. I think I didn't say that first.
Yes.
Yeah.
So what do you do? So how do you get your work?
What do you mean?
When I see you on stage, the people that you're involved with. I see that you collaborate with people. How do you,
Yeah, yeah.
how did that come from? How did that come about?
Honestly, just networking and like grinding. Like the first time I performed out here, actually, my producer Darius, my engineer, he they do shows at like the studio, like open mics or whatever, and he was like, "Bro, you got to do the open mic." So I did it there, and then I realized that performing is actually like my favorite part of all of this. Like I really love being on stage. It's a lot of fun. You know what I'm saying? I like talking to the crowd, and so I just kept doing it. And I'm part of a collective. So I'm with like 6 to 8 other artists that are all out here in LA. And we try to do shows together now and stuff. And we kind of like throw each other alley-oops, you know what I'm saying? Like if one of us find like, hey, we're trying to get booked for this show, we'll be like, well, I have 2 more people if you need more slots, you know what I'm saying? So that's how the show
each other.
Yeah. So I have a show coming up, and it's at the Viper Room, which is like an historic place in Los Angeles. And we're super excited to be able to perform there. And it was really an alley-oop. Like my homie who's in the collective knows a promoter, and he told us like, yeah, well, I'm gonna like tap in with her and see if we can all get on stage. And he did, and she tapped in with us, and we each got 40-minute sets at like a really, really famous spot. Johnny Depp used to own it.
Oh, okay. And, your collectives, the 7 others, they've been with you throughout your whole ride?
Nah, I only met them when like last year.
Okay. How'd you meet them?
At the studio. We all go to the same studio. So and we all use the same engineer, Darius. He's like a wizard with Pro Tools, you know what I'm saying? He's really, really, really gifted. And he really, I'm not gonna lie, he really brought us all together. Like he was like, we need to be in a collective, and we're all independent. It's not like a contracts or anything. Like we just roll together, you know what I'm saying? And we support each other, most importantly. Like we show up for each other, we go to each other's shows, and we share each other's stuff online, you know. And they're all really good artists as well too. So and they're good people. So it was really easy to be like, oh yeah, like I ended up being like like some of my closest friends now are in this collective, you know what I'm saying? They come over my house every weekend and stuff, and we all go into the rehearsal studio tonight getting ready for the show. So yeah.
So are they touring with you?
Yeah, the tour is like a little, it's like kind of a tour where we're trying to, so basically essentially what we're trying to do is we're all from different places, you know. I'm from Jersey, Shanae's from Brooklyn, Russ is from here, Dynasty's from like Virginia, Tony's from like South Carolina. So we're trying to set up shows like in everyone's hometown or in everyone's home area, because we all of us have like support back home, you know what I'm saying? We have support in LA, but like a lot, I'd say 40% of my support comes from LA, and then like a heavy 60% comes from New Jersey. Like I come from like a small hometown and stuff, you know what I'm saying? So like we're trying to do shows like that. So we're working with this guy who's setting up a show for us in New York right now. And I'm trying to find a spot in Jersey, and we're hoping to do like 3 or 4 different spots.
Driving?
No, we haven't worked out all that stuff yet. You know, right now we're trying to just get the venues. Right now, the one that's definite is New York. We're definitely going to be coming to New York.
Well, I can't wait for you guys to come, because you know I'm bringing that ass. You do know that, right? Now I'm bringing a whole posse too. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna collect them all up. It's gonna be diverse. I mean, you're gonna see just a little bit of this and a little bit of that, honey. Let me tell you, ever see a pot? That's gonna be me. I'll put a little sazon. I'll put a little lemon pepper, put a little oregano. I'll put some chili pepper. You know, you understand? I'm gonna do a little bit of all the spices, you know? I'm gonna bring all that out.
Cooking, huh?
It's gonna be hot.
You be cooking?
Yeah, of course. We gotta cook, honey. This is what we do. We're Greek in this house, honey.
Well, like some people can cook, and then some people like really be cooking. You know what I'm saying?
No. Like I have like 10, 15 different pots in my house. I have about 40 seasonings. I have like bok choy sitting in my fridge right now, which a lot of people are like, what the hell is bok choy? Well, don't cook some Thai food. You're gonna need some bok choy. You understand?
Yeah.
That's what we do. But I'm gonna bring the people. This is what we're gonna do. You're gonna come. I'm gonna have a whole posse when you guys bring that ass out here. Do you understand? And I can't wait. I'm gonna meet all your people. And then we're gonna go hang out. We're gonna cool out somewhere. And that's the whole point of life, you know? And then you're just gonna blow up. You guys are gonna blow up. And don't forget about the Greek. That's all I have to say, you know?
For sure. For sure.
Whatever you do, don't forget about the Greek. How many Greek friends do you have?
0.
Oh, okay. I'm your first. You're my first Jerome. I'm your first Pamela the Greek.
Yeah, I knew a girl in high school who was Greek.
Yeah, but you didn't know her well.
She was cool. I have no problems with her. I mean, like, I grew up with her for mad long, actually, but like, I haven't talked to her since high school. I don't even think I really talked to her in high school. I didn't have a problem with her, you know, she was cool. So you're the first Greek person, like, I actually like, we've probably talked more already. When I talked to her.
So as many times as you said hello and on a whole paragraph, we've already spoken more.
Right. No, and yesterday.
Yeah. Oh yes. And my whole.
It's all love though. If she sees this though, it's all love. Like.
Yeah, of course. There's no animosity. Yeah. Nobody screwed anybody over.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We had different friend circles.
Shit, we're not talking about an ex now, are we?
No.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you can't have animosity with somebody that never did anything. You normally have animosity with people that, like, you know, kind of like fuck you over, babe, you know? We ain't got time for that. You ain't got to worry about no ex anyway, because you're getting married.
Yeah.
That's correct, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, this is like your best friend.
Yeah.
I see the pictures. You think I don't know? Okay.
Yeah,
I'm my best friend. How'd you guys meet?
So we met in college. We met in college in Pennsylvania. I went to high school in Jersey and then I went to college in Pennsylvania. Okay. We met in college like sophomore year, and it was like 8 years ago. And we've been pretty much together ever since. And she ended up moving out here to California when I moved out here. She moved out like a year after me.
Oh, it's so beautiful. And I see that. What is she, like a beauty pageant, or what is she like?
Yeah, she does. She just, I'm pretty sure it's over now, but most recently she was Miss California Petite.
Oh, I saw something. She like won and flowers, and you guys took pictures. She's beautiful.
Yeah. And so she got we went into Milwaukee and she competed for like Miss United States Petite. She placed in the top 15.
Oh, listen, you guys support each other and are there for each other. What's better than that?
Honestly, she helps me perform because she's used to being on stage in front of mad people. So like, she told me this whole thing that like, when you're nervous, you can trick yourself and like, you can tell yourself you're excited. And if you actually like tell yourself you're excited, believe that shit, like, because nervous and excitement come from like the same place in your body and your brain, you know, that like weird feeling you get in your stomach and shit. So I'll be like, before I perform, like people will be like, yo, Jeremy is hype as fuck, because I'll just have so much energy and shit. And really, it's just me just trying to stay excited, because if I get too deep in my mind, I'm gonna start getting nervous, and I don't want to be nervous, you know what I'm saying? So
I get it. Yeah, of course. It's, people don't know how hard it is to this is hard. What are you talking about? And I'm just doing this in front of you. You think it's not hard to do it in front of like 100 or 1,000 people? Yes.
Right. Especially when it's like,
nerve-wracking, because you want to be so great, you know?
Right.
You want to please everybody. You don't even want to have one frown. So it's like,
and exactly, like there's so many people, and you gotta like, especially nowadays, you gotta also be careful like what you say, how you word shit. Like when you start talking in between songs and things like that, you know, like,
yes,
you just got to be careful. And like,
we're fucking sensitive these days, man.
Yeah.
It's like, you can't say anything.
Yeah.
It's like,
not that I even really be saying crazy shit like that.
No,
it's like,
nothing
disrespectful, taken the wrong way.
But you just can't really say anything.
Right.
That's the problem. It's not even about being against a group or anything, but you just can't say shit. You just can't. It's just because like, as soon as somebody gets offended, you already know there's like a whole club waiting to attack you, you know? And it's,
facts.
It's not,
sometimes it's not even how you say it, it's just how it's perceived by others. So like, you could mean something completely different, but once someone takes it the wrong way, like you've already, you know, penetrated their trigger, you know what I'm saying? So
I could tell somebody to bring that ass, they'll be like, that's harassment. You cannot bring my ass, you know? And I'm like, Relax, calm down. It's gonna be all right.
All right.
What I
I'm not
meant to
gonna
say is, can you please come here? Like, you can't say anything. That's why I'm like, can I say what I want to say?
all
Yeah,
right.
I'm gonna take that chance. But no, it's literally true though. No, seriously. So when you write, what is your like motivation? How do you come up with your lyrics? Like, I mean, I know everybody gets writer's block, right?
Mhm.
But how do you come up with your lyrics? What
Honestly,
do you do? How do you like, what do you meditate? Like, what do you do? You just,
well,
like,
I do meditate, but that has nothing to do with music. That's just for anxiety and shit. Like,
okay.
it might help music, but like I don't necessarily do it before I write. When I write, I really like I write so much. Like my friends were just telling me last night, they're like, I don't understand that. Like yesterday I was working on a song which I'm doing with someone else, and I wrote 2 verses, and I only need one, but I wrote 2 because I want to figure out which one I like better. Cause like, and they're like, how do you do that shit? Like, what's wrong with you? And I really write all day, like every day. Like I'll just say some stupid shit in my head. I'll write it down on my phone.
That's
I'll write it
great.
down on my phone.
That's how you're
So it's
supposed
not
to
like
do it. Yeah.
exactly. So whenever I come up with something like, oh, that sounds cool, I'll just write it down. I'll just write it down. And then when I actually do sit down and write, it's usually more of a freestyle. Like I usually hear the beat, I'll start freestyling, I'll mess up a little bit, but I'm just kind of like getting the sound, you know what I'm saying? Like letting the sound come out of how I want the song to sound. And then I'll go in and fill in the words, you know what I'm saying? After I could hear it. So like there might be a part of the song where I'll just be like da 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 da, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like it's just because like that initial feeling that I get, I've learned that is always the best to put out. Because if I sit and start writing and writing and writing, then like sometimes it just doesn't come out as cohesive as you want. But like when you just get on the mic and start freestyling and then listen back to it and then you can hear it, like that's you naturally. That's how you wanted it to sound, you know, and then you just go in and make it cohesive, you know what I'm saying? And then go back and
So do
do it
you
again.
create your beats or do you buy your beats?
I buy my beats, or like I have a lot of friends who make beats.
Okay.
And I do make beats, but I've actually never used one of my own beats and release it on a song.
So you probably have some homework to do then.
Yeah. Yeah,
Right?
for sure. You know, I really could. Some of my beats are dope, but I think I'd just be
Insecure?
maybe a little, I guess. I
Gotcha,
maybe in my
gotcha.
own head a little bit. What
That's
it
what I'm
is
saying. Talk to me. I'm your friend. Talk to me, baby.
yeah, yeah. What it is like
I'm a lot of things. Don't worry. I'm more than your friend. You know what I mean? I'm a counselor. Don't worry. I got you. Talk to me.
I think what it mostly is I'm not the type of person who is gonna like be like, oh, I'm gonna use my beat because I made it. Like I'm the type of person who's like, nah, this person makes better beats than I do. I can accept that. So if me and him work together and collab and I get on that beat,
Right.
it's gonna be a better product in the end. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I feel like my beats are just not there yet. Like they're hard and everything, but like I don't know, if I don't have like 100, like when after I write a verse, if I don't get that feeling right away that I'm like, oh, that shit is fire, I'll put, like I have so much songs in my computer that like over 100 songs that I've never put out just because after it was recorded, it didn't hit the way I wanted it to. And that's I guess how the beats are. Like I haven't had a beat that when I was done, I was like, holy shit. Like every single song on my EP in the studio, after it was done, me and everyone in the studio were like, this is the one, you know what I'm saying? Like we were freaking, you know what I'm saying? So if I don't get that feeling, that high, that I guess that's what we're all chasing as artists, that high that you get. If I don't get that, like I'll just chalk the shit, you know what I'm saying? Like it just.
So you don't have your beat first and then write your song or your lyrics to it? You write your lyrics and then you'll add a beat to it later?
No, usually I have the beat first.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I figured. That's how I felt like most, artists, especially people that like rap, R&B, they have to have the beat. So that way the song will flow with it. That way, and then you get your chorus, it just comes together easier. So I'm like, he writes, but he didn't tell me anything about no beats. Like, but yeah, that makes sense. So you'll have your beat, and then because you have your beat here, now you're adding all day. You're thinking about how I'm going to add to that beat. Boom, boom.
Yeah, well,
and you'll write it down.
When I'm writing throughout the day, I don't have a beat. Like I'll just say some shit in my head, like just some clever shit, and I'll be like, "Oh, that was cool," and I'll write it down.
Right, and then you'll add it to the beat later.
Exactly, and then when I'm actually like, I'm gonna go write, I'll go in the studio, put the beat in Pro Tools, get in my headphones, you know, throw some reverb on that bitch, and then just start freestyling. You know what I'm saying? And then while I'm freestyling, I'll get the flow to it, and then when I go back and listen to it, that's when I'll be like, okay, I need a bar that goes right here that's gonna fit the flow I had. And then I'll go back into all the list of shit that I've been writing down, and I'll be like, oh, that works. That's clever as fuck, and I'll bring that over there. You know what I'm saying?
No, I think that's great. Are you gonna add Brody to the music or what?
Yo, everybody, you're not the first person who's like, they're like, I can't wait to hear you say something about Brody in the song.
Come on.
I don't know. I probably
Are
will.
you kidding me? He's family.
Yeah, that's a fact.
You just said you talk about your life. That's what you said. That's what you told me.
Yeah.
Okay? Brody's family.
I'll probably have to give Brody some bars. I'll probably have to give Brody some bars. I ain't gonna lie.
I mean, he needs to have like a speaking part. You know, I don't know. I feel like we're not gonna talk
have him like
about
a little
like
monologue or something.
Yeah, like I don't know, like the part of the song. You're like, you know, or something. You know, give him like a signal and be like, every time I say boom, he'd be like.
And then he won't bark, but you'll hear his little like ching ching ching, you know,
yeah,
like
the
walking
little chain. That's how I knew he was down there. I was like, what is this? Like a little jingle.
You might be onto something.
Babe, it could be like a Christmas song.
Oh my God.
Like a jingle, and then all of a sudden, I'm helping you out right now. We're collaborating. We didn't even know this was gonna be happening.
That's a fact. We make the new jingle bells.
Like a
Mariah
jingle,
Carey better
like
watch out.
It's like a ding, 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 ding. It could sound like snow or something, you know, and then all of a sudden, you know, like the beginning of a Dean Martin song or something, and they're like ding, 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 and then all of a sudden you'd be like, yo, Brody, get in the snow or something. I don't know, baby. I'm not a rapper, honey. I'm just a
that was hard though.
Don't ask me to do nothing like that. You know, creativity comes in so many ways. I don't know if you're down with like musicals or plays or.
I'm not the biggest fan, but I am. Like I just actually went and saw Hamilton in LA, and that shit was badass. And after Hamilton, I actually came home and wrote a song because I was hella inspired. Like that was one of those things. Like I went to Hamilton and the shit was incredible. Like I was
God, I can only imagine.
I was watching it and I was like, it's kind of like rap, right?
Yes.
So I'm watching it and I'm like, damn, I need to step my game up. And it's not even because like they sounded so good, like on stage. Yeah. Like that's what it was. Like they were singing and I was like, holy shit, like bro, oh my God, like that shit was just a whole another level of like performance. That shit was crazy.
It's like I've never seen it. I love musicals and plays. I've never seen it, but I can only LA Hamilton. Oh.
And then the stage of Hamilton like spins. So like, and like people stand still and will move, but then some people will walk and it like going this way and shit, you know? I was tripping. I'm watching the show. Like I didn't say one word the whole the whole show. I'm like,
you said you came home and wrote something. Yeah. And that's what I'm saying by inspiration. I think that's great.
Yeah.
Oh my God. That sounds awesome. So you and your girl went?
Yeah, and my homie Russ and my girl's sister.
Oh, that's great. This was like a nice little like event. You guys cooled out. And then
it was chill.
You grew, your mind grew, your whole experience of life, you added to it. So it grew. That's what I'm saying. It's great. I think, yeah, that's great. So what's the message you want to say? What does your work aim to say?
I mean, for the most part, my message really is just self-belief is key, you know, like you have to get out of your own way because you can really do anything you want to do if you just put your mind to it. And you need to not worry about what people say because the people around you aren't going to support you until you make it, or at least until they think you're starting to make it. Because at first it's just going to be people looking at you weird. So like my message is to just not really care what people think and to do what you love to do. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm doing. And I'm hoping that it can just inspire other people to be like, damn, like I should just do it. Why am I'm worried? Like I used to go every day, like, damn, I want to start doing TikToks. I want to start doing TikToks. I want to start doing TikToks. And just wouldn't do it for absolutely no reason. Like I was in my own way thinking, oh, like, you know, everyone's doing TikTok. I don't want to do it. Now I put a TikTok at least once a week. You know what I'm saying?
Great.
So just little things like that. Like
Good.
You just have to believe in yourself, have the confidence to trust yourself, trust your gut. And
what's your goal?
My goal really is just to be successful, I guess. And I know successful is kind of a vague term because everyone looks at success different.
Well,
but I guess for me, success is just,
yeah.
For me, success looks like people listening to my music. Because I feel like at the end of the day, that's the biggest thing I want is for people to like really listen to what I have to say and like listen to my music. And that would come with, then I'd be able to tour and perform to a lot of people, you know? So I don't necessarily want to be like the most famous person in the world. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that like fame isn't something I want. Like, yeah, that'd be dope. But I'm not really chasing it for that. Like, I really do love making music. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why if it ever gets to a point where I'm like,
what do you talk about?
What do you mean?
What is your music about? What do you write about other than your life? I know it's about your life, but, and obviously I like the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air one, but do you also just, is there like a motivation part? Like, is it?
I kind of just be venting for real.
Huh?
I kind of just be venting.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I might sound weird, but I just be getting stuff off my chest, I guess. And I feel like a lot of people could relate to me because like the things I went through growing up, you know, we didn't really have a lot of money. Things were kind of tough and I lost my dad, you know, and me and my dad didn't have a good relationship. And I don't know, my life is kind of like a movie for real. Like there's a lot of shit that has happened in my life that's just like, whoa, you know what I'm saying? And if I can like articulate it the right way into a song, like I know there's other people who also go through it, you know what I'm saying? Like it's not something that's just that I've been through. And I've learned that through growing because I used to be like really negative and I used to like be just an aggressive, like anger issue type of person because I used to think that this was happening to no one else and life sucks because of all of this. And like honestly, once I stopped moving that way is when things kind of started moving the right direction for me. So
I'm glad that you found an outlet to positivity other than just staying like angry and negative. Because yeah, I know everybody has a story to tell, and I'm glad that you got out of that story and made it a good story. Because I don't think you and your girl would have had the relationship you have today if you just came home angry all the time, you know?
Yeah,
right?
No, probably
You
not.
look at you like, motherfucker, relax, sit your ass down, smoke weed, do something, you know?
Right.
The fuck? You got the wrong one. Then all of a sudden she's like, you good? All right, great. So how was your day?
Yeah, right. I'll be chilling now.
You know, now you're chilling. Now you're chilling. And I love Kendrick Lamar. Okay.
What was that?
Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah, Kendrick's fire.
I love
Kendrick's fire. J. Cole's better though, but Kendrick's fire.
Okay, that's fine. Listen, we have different opinions. You know what I'm saying? We don't have to fight about this. You know, this is a show. You know what I'm saying? We trying to have positive vibes. You know what I'm saying?
No. I was just saying. You know, I'm a ride for my guy.
Listen, everything is about preference, right? J. Cole is your number one. Me and Akon, we're gonna fucking cool out one day. Maybe Lady Gaga will join us. You know, because you know he discovered Lady Gaga. You know, those are things that are very possible.
Who discovered Lady Gaga?
Akon.
Akon. Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Akon discovered Lady Gaga. Yeah. And that's why he's definitely he was already rich and now he's like filthy rich because of Lady Gaga. Yes. Akon is the man.
Last time I heard of Akon, he was like in Africa, like saving people or something with water. I don't know, so I don't want to say
Africa. He's building Africa. He takes care of the need. He's a great person. I absolutely love Akon, and I can't wait one day for us to cool out and make things happen. Because I know.
I actually, Akon is the first person I've ever seen perform live.
Really?
Good Morning America, like mad long ago. Like I was probably like 16 or something like that. We were in high school.
Okay.
But it was pretty dope. He performed like 3 songs. We were like front row and shit. They gave us all fedoras. Remember his fedora? Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Oh, yeah. I think that's awesome. Like I said, that's like I mean, and don't get me wrong, I love, like you said, Eminem and Tupac, Biggie and Snoop and Dre and everybody, but I definitely will listen to some, I don't know, that and T-Pain. He's actually one of my other favorites. I
T-Pain's fire.
T-Pain. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, he's the GOAT with auto-tune though.
Booty going up, down. No, he is. He is. But I will tell you this. Let me tell you something, my friend. Have you ever seen the Tiny Desk concert?
Yeah, I'm actually, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
he's on there. No auto-tune. Okay? He
is
no. 100 pure T-Pain doing him. And I give it to him. No
a lot of people think that he can't sing. That they think that's why he uses auto-tune, but T-Pain actually can sing like a motherfucker. He uses auto-tune because I watched him in a video, said that he studied auto-tune for like a couple years before he even used it. Like he sings really well, but then he put the auto-tune on it just for a little bit of sauce, and like we got songs like amazing songs. I'm in Love with a Stripper.
Oh, honey.
That used to be one of my favorite T-Pain songs. I used to be walking.
All I have to say is booty going up, down. Okay. I mean, Akon be like, I'm in love with a stripper was Akon, right? And fucking T-Pain comes out of nowhere. He'd be like, booty going up, down. And I always say that just about the rapper's life, like the booty going up, down. But T-Pain is my guy. Like, I love T-Pain. I love Akon. I don't know what it is, but you do know who the first person is that did auto-tune, right?
I mean, probably not. First person?
The very first person that came out with auto-tune.
Kanye?
Cher. That's right, folks. It was Cher. It was the Believe song.
Oh.
Do you believe in love after love? That song. You understand? Fuck you all up with that. You understand?
I'm gonna have to get you on a track.
That's Cher, okay? That bitch came out with auto-tune first. Can you believe that shit?
I mean, I do because you're telling me that, but I wouldn't believe like
Cher. No, she was the first, okay? The Believe song.
When? I'm sure that was mad long ago.
Babe, that was it was not great, just to make you understand. It was long ago, okay? So I just want you to know.
Because when Kanye came out with the auto-tune, that was like, everyone was like, what the fuck is this? You know what I'm saying?
That was like, what, 10 years ago or so?
Yeah,
right? Okay. It was longer than, what happened? I lost you. What happened?
I'm coming back.
Jeremy.
I was trying to see if I could, I was just going to go to, can you see me?
I see you now, boo.
Okay. Yeah.
What does this resemble? What does this mean?
This?
Yeah.
Oh shit, this is just, I am way too close to this camera right now.
He's got ice, everybody. You see that?
Yeah, that's a fact.
That guy's got some ice. You understand? This is my ice right here. Fake ass hoops. You know what I'm saying? Some motherfucking fake ass silver. Okay.
Hey,
it's okay. I'll get to the real ones. Don't worry.
Hey, you gotta hook me up with one of those lanyards though.
You like my little lanyards?
Yeah. She was kind of hard.
I'm gonna see that ass when you come over the summer, right?
Yeah. Well, it's hopefully early, like late spring.
I like to show everybody this lanyard that my friend Jerome is talking about since he saw me at work. Give me 1 second, folks. Hold on. Let me give it to you. Let me give it to you.
I also want to know who drew that picture.
Oh, my artist. That's part of my team. His name is Angelo. He is an excellent artist, and you can reach out to him as well.
Oh wow, that's fire.
He is amazing. Yeah, he's great. He's and he's a beautiful soul. He's Filipino from San Diego. He's great. So everybody, this is my lanyard, and I added my little buddy Boop because she's my favorite cartoon. And this is my little pin from work. 20 years being a Southwest employee. God bless. Right?
Do you get discounted flights?
They haven't gotten rid of me. Very, very grateful. So yeah, 20-year pin, but this is my little lanyard. And I will give you one because I definitely have some extras. See my name, Pamela. And then with the E, we make it East Coast, LA. And this is how we came up with the name. One of my best buddies, CO, he's been calling me that forever. And this is how we came up with it. So I had my sister, Cassiani. She's my little computer girl. Every time I need something, she'd be like, yeah. And God bless her. She helps me out. And I just wear this over my little neck like that. Oh, normally my hair is up. And that's it. It makes me feel sexy, you know. I feel like I accomplished something, you know. This is like my CD of the podcast. So I got you, boo. I'm gonna get you a little lanyard. You understand?
For sure. Yeah, I think they're dope.
So, since you're a lyricist and you're a poet and you do music and you write beats, why don't you write something about the podcast? Or maybe about me? What you think? Me and Brody are waiting.
I can do that.
Go ahead.
Right now?
When are you trying to do it?
All right. Hey, you know, it's young Jerome. I'm the next best thing since the cordless phone. Ain't nobody that can stop me when I get in the zone. That's why they call me Fresh Prince. I'm here to take the throne. Yeah. Hey, I keep the family close. Hopping on this podcast, now we making it toast. Everybody raise a glass for my new favorite host, and now you gotta go and follow Pamela Eastcoast. Yeah.
Oh shit, that's what I'm talking about! You make me feel sexy, baby! Oh,
let's go.
That's what I'm talking about!
Let's go.
Cheers to you, my friend! Hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about!
Pamela Eastcoast, LA.
That's what I'm talking about. You guys saw that, right? On the spot. That's it. That's how you make somebody feel sexy. You understand? Especially when you call them by their first name and then you're adding all the nicknames and you're talking about the everything. And yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Hell yeah, Jerome. That's what I'm talking. Hey, look at you. There's nothing really more or less that we could say right now because we are going to be in each other's lives and we're going to be forever family. And that's how it is. And I can't wait for us to share our success stories because this is our beginning, right? And now we're going to grow and bloom. And we're going to be like, yo, do you remember? Yes, I do remember because you are unforgettable. Do you understand?
Thank you. I appreciate that so much.
Yasu, my friend. Yes, us everyone. This is our second round of saying goodbye. Saga Pawl.